Right, what's this all about? Oh God. Right, this is Tuesday the 5th of May and today's workout is hump fun. You are going to do this complete thing 4 times. So start a clock, you'll do 20 alternating arm Turkish get-ups, one on your right, one on your left, one on your right, one on your left, so on and so forth until you've done 10 on each arm. And as soon as you finish that, you'll go straight into, without stopping, without resetting clocks or anything, the clock just keeps running, 21, 15 now of power cleans and squat thrusts. So 21 power cleans, 21 squat thrusts, 15 power cleans, 15 squat thrusts, 9, 9. Potentially the second part could be really quick. Okay, it depends how heavy you go, what weight you've got for your power cleans. I know most people are just working with dumbbells and kettlebells, so don't be surprised when the second part is a sprint. So think of it more like a sprint finish in the second part. Okay, so you spend your first few minutes working your way through your Turkish get-ups. Again, a lot of how quickly this workout goes is going to depend on how heavy your weight is for your Turkish get-ups. They're going to become a lot slower if you've got a slightly heavier weight. So I think in the comments and the notes for this workout, I gave you the option of a 6-minute time cap. That's not to say that the 20 reps need to take 6 minutes, just as a sort of, say you've got a much heavier kettlebell and that's your only option, then you could put a 6-minute time cap on it and just put in the notes how many reps you got within that 6 minutes. Your total time will be 6 minutes plus however long it takes you to do the 21, 15, 9. Okay, that just gives you a backup plan if you're like, but I can't do 20 Turkish get-ups with this kettlebell. Okay, so get a jail card. Right, Turkish get-ups. So I'll show you what it is and then I'll explain what I'm doing. Okay, so lying on your back, extend the arm that's holding the weight up towards the ceiling. Everything about the Turkish get-up is about keeping this elbow straight. When you start to bend your arm and it gets away from you, you're going to struggle much more if the weight's a lot heavier. Okay, so lock your arm out and point it vertically straight up towards the ceiling. If it's in your right hand, your right foot's going to go flat on the floor. You're going to use that foot to help push you up onto your opposite elbow, left elbow in this case. Okay, so right foot's on the floor, right arm's up towards the ceiling, left elbow pushes up onto left hand. You now are going to create a bridge between your left hand and your right foot. Okay, so you're going to push your hips up towards the ceiling to create a space under your body. Okay, now that space is going to allow your left leg to sweep through. And you're looking to be able to sweep it right through so that you come right onto your knee. Okay, so from there, as you upright yourself, you're in a lunge position. Okay, now if you don't hit the lunge position as you're getting up, you did something wrong. You probably didn't sweep this leg right through so that you were on your knee. From here, you come up to stand down. Okay, now if you're holding the weight in your right hand, step back with your left foot, you're going back down into your lunge, reach for the floor, bring your leg back through and control yourself down to the ground without hitting your head off your mountain bike, and that's you done your rep. Okay, so I'm not going to do that again with the left hand. If you need to see that again, just rewind the video and watch it again. Okay, so one on your right hand, one on your left hand, one on your right, one on the left. Like I said, if the weights are a wee bit heavier, it could take a little bit of time, so be patient with yourself. Don't rush them, try and get the technique nice and solid. Right, okay, you move swiftly straight through into the power cleans and squat thrusts. So the power cleans can be done with one dumbbell or two. Okay, hay fever, I've not taken my antihistamines yet. If you know, you know. Okay, so the weights are going to touch the ground just outside your feet. You're going to come up, make sure you fully extend your body. Okay, you might even come up onto your toes a little. Weights are going to come around and you're going to drop just enough to catch the weights on your shoulder before standing. Okay. If you're doing that with one weight, it can touch the ground between your feet, and it's just the same. Okay. If you're doing it with one weight, just keep switching hands until you've done your 21. If you're doing it with an odd object, got some really big spiders in this garage now. There was a huge one living out on the top of my pink barbell the other day when I was leaning against the wall. Oh lordy. It's like having guests. That's why I'm exploring my little backpack so I don't end up with one on my head. Right, so it's going to touch the ground, okay, and you catch it just below your chin before standing, elbows underneath it. Okay, so that's your power cleans. There's no squatting. I'm sure you'll be happy to know after yesterday. Even in squat thrusts, there's not exactly squatting. So with the squat thrusts, you're going to jump your feet in and out. So you're going to be in a plank position. Space. Okay, so you're going to start off in a plank position. You're going to jump your feet in towards your hands and then jump them back out to the plank. Jump them in, jump them out. Okay. If you want to, you could mark yourself in chalk or in tape or whatever a couple of lines to make sure that you jump your feet back far enough and jump them in far enough. It's up to you. What tends to happen with squat thrusts is as a workout goes on, they tend to turn into this. Okay, just not quite the same thing. Right, let's leave it at that. See you later.